Ladies and gentlemen, the protocol is observed this criteria and at this juncture. Of course, as you know, we have reached different extents of different getting accused, and those accusations, because we try to name them and we try to label them as resolutions to get organized. So if you look here, all along here, we have a big and huge disorganizations. Others is maybe the whole area is not actually 100% treated as an office space, and you know we are on the areas of ensuring if we can, okay, get those at least 15 desks, hired adjustable desk, like those ones, and the one on my back here. If we can get 15 of them and then displace here smart as any solutions to get organized so that we can save life, okay, at workplace. So we mean when we get those, and then we will be able to save life at work if we are able to get the organizations, and then we are able to reasons here. And if that is happen now, and if we happen to get the whole area organized, and we are looking reasonable as a branch management, we are representing here branch, and if the complaint is still continuous, and then they say, what will we be doing? That is the concerned questions which they ask. If I open my radio back and then I try to re-update what we just communicated this morning, okay, and then of course we will be able to look on those areas, on those major areas, okay. So we can have a chat again with the radios and then oversee what we have, okay. So on the areas, of course, this is, if you look, we have questions and answers vis-a-vis those are community guideline strikes and protests, which totally challenge our decisions and office decisions concerning that get organized, save life at workplace. So to do this, of course, to save life at the workplace, of course, yeah, that is majorly, let's say it, if we can answer this question and answers, yes, it's 100%. That is that can be done to maybe by improving the workplace. And how much do we really invest here in the workplace, in our apartments here? So here the apartment itself invested this $130,000 Canadian dollars for this office here. But once you look at it, it's looking unreasonable because we have a backlog, smuggled several products, and then loss of inventories tracking, and then we never lost the inventory trackings. We are on inventory tracking, so we track those inventories. Some of them went missing. So if you categorize this is portfolios of the investment failed, 130,000 failed, and 130,000 was repeatedly earned within the 13 years of durations. You know, that's 13 years savings, which due to these investments, and then the investment just collapsed and never collapsed, but looking unreasonable. And then how can we save life at workplace? So that is it, like get organized, okay? The more organized your organizations looks, okay, the more life you may save. Of course, you may be safer, and then you will act safer, and then you may obtain more respect toward the policies and authorizations that has been of course challenged or brought forward here. That is concerns here. But if we look at it in the morning, a guy was standing on the area of Wellingtons, and then facing towards clearance, and then demonstrating gray is too dangerous. We say it on the areas we see. The other guy says they are not against on the criteria, which is not LGBT. The guy is LGBT assistants, and then has their complaints, and then we don't know their faceless actually, and then they cannot be recognized. Of course, yeah, if there is no clear evidence which can prove that such individual is acting or just involved within no concerns, and then just breaching in holy, and then how can we feel concerned knowing such kind of an individuals? Is intense, of course. So, but we feel we were on pressure. I feel I was in pressure, and then I tried to ask myself, do we really have the organizations that are required by the city authorities? And then we tried to mention to the individuals in their QAs, and then we said, what about the basements, people who are right there? And then because this is a part, I'm a part, you are part, and then what is your involvement involvements? Does that really gonna help the other individuals who have a basement criteria management there? Is it gonna be safe for such departmentals or such families with their children if you involve that way? So this is an information here we have for this organization. Whatever the investment is right there. Of course, you can track it with Google's. Google can at least represent you. We have at least 5% of areas that can show that this office is not hidden. This paperwork is not a hidden paperwork, and this is open on Google. You can track it. Whatever you see on the Google, you can still see these pictures we have right there. You can see them on the Google. Google can pull them for you, that the individual is at work and they're working. That is when we say get organized, and then the save life. So that is our major addition tactics here for the enforcement, and tactics that we are actually authorized also by the social service, social addition, social medias, to say, yeah, we are hiring, and then look for employees. That's why we look for employees for those areas to ensure that we have employees, and then who will assist in branch management for that criteria. Otherwise, on events of this, on events of those kind of terrorists, try to evacuate is if you can. Try to minimize some standard of a challenging, because you have to challenge, and then you have to keep checking, you have to keep tracking. Is the person really well known to Google area? Because we live in the city, whatever in the village, you can still see that our PO box, which is 90,001, is trackable on Google. You Google it, Google can give you this is the PO box is owned by the Strong Finance Bank, and is located on one road in the village, deep in African village. But still, you can see that this has like 75% of accessibilities in the village. Whatever here the city restricted, the city took 95% away from us. Still, you can still see that we have at least 5% trackable by Google. We can be found on Google. What is the matters there very much that you don't have, and that we have, or that you have and we don't have? Why we are not certified? Maybe we are not certified because we want more organizations. Are we looking for organizations? Yes. If we look for organizations, is that for free? No, because we are working here, we are making money, and then that is what we do, and then we're gonna do our own, so that we bring, and then we get organized. That is what we know as a target, to get organized and then serve more life. That's all we have here at these junctures, and then let's switch back to our meeting here within the radio now. So as that continues, and then when we look on the Sudan map, okay, the Sudan map itself there can say it. We have we have reached different donations stages, and then we ask the entire different the Canadians and USA dollars people or residents to donate to us $2, and those donations normally goes to online. You can donate it online. Whatever you go to any banks where you are banking from, you just leave a $2 which has a coin or whatever is a coin, $2 coin. You leave it there, or any amount of money you want to donate, whatever is $5, $20, $100, or $1 billion. You can donate if you have the money, and you know. If that is about donations, of course, donation is anything, let's say market price is higher, and then you look rich, you are the one who is behind the market there, you bring the market. Why you cannot donate $1 billion or $1 zillion to us? So that is one way of doing that. And then those donation normally helps as areas of the internet, area of the Wi-Fi, and areas of the telecommunications, basically, okay, and then mortgages, and then housing standard, and also it will help with what we call road constructions, majorly mega projects, okay, for Africa, and then here anywhere worldwide. And then if it comes to those other households things, they are worldwide matters, because everybody wants telecommunications. And then with the telecommunications, we have with this name right there, the K's. We have K portfolios there. Iringa is right there, and then we have K, which is KSH, which is the Kiriga. Kiriga is right there, somewhere there. Let's look at the big one. Let's have a look on the big one, the big standard. That is K standard right there, which is the Kiriga as the telecommunication company, which will switch and which will at least ensure we got those all the Canadian telecommunication fired, because our major purpose of these days of multi-plane task is different, to ensure, has been a payroll department, has been accountant, in Ontario trained, we have the right to do that, to fire anybody which is illegally doing a business now that we found illegally doing business, because telecommunication which you are sync there on the system that we have on these households that we want to remove, so that we can install this new one, the K SEP. Okay, the K is Krieger, and then because we look at this company Krieger, they remove it away from African country. It used to be Krieger, and then the guy remove it, damn it, and then they want to put it in the garbage, and then we said we can recycle it and then make it available, and then we look at it, we reasoned, and then on the other hand, they put Sudan itself on the garbage, and then we look at it, we said we can recycle Sudan also. By recycling Sudan, and then we thought very wise, by doing these donations will help these prices of the telecommunication going low, and then the food prices in Africa and anywhere, or any product anywhere that they have higher prices upon. Because when you look on tilapia fish, African tilapia fish, having 3 of them like this in Kenya, they are looking at 300 Kenyan shillings, 600 Kenyan shillings, 900 Kenyan shillings, around 2022. And then 2023, then that is $150 downward. So if you look, the leaders, they work a little bit much to reduce that, and then we also participated quite much, because we face a lot of challenge with the bill departments, challenging them, their decisions, and then authorizing their decisions. And if you look right there on the map, the 7 map of the Sudan also has a major roles that we are playing, because the dams this one, the dam part of Sudan, which is now taken as another countries, and then we because they leave Sudan economy, which is roughly 3 billions, okay, roughly 3 trillions, and those 3 trillions will go back to Sudan as investment for Sudan, and then we have another 3 trillions which will go again for Sudan as this bank management, in this bank's management, Sudan this bank management, and then there is another 3 trillions which will go for UN and then NGO, Sudan management or anywhere. So that is roughly how much money there we are looking at. That is roughly $9 trillion there. From these donations, which we categorize, it will be $2. You donate $2, and then our major roles of these areas with the UNs, with the NGOs, with the any representatives that we have, and so the logos here on the paper here. We're gonna do is ensuring we have 54 millions refunds, okay, or reformed themed fee for Sudan parliaments, okay, and then and also for NGOs and UN as well, reform themes, okay, and that will ensure, the reform theme will ensure, okay, you shop internationally at the 4 cents. You shop at the 4 cents internationally. So you shop at the 4 cents internationally, okay, you shop at the 4 cents internationally, and then tradition to 40 cents only internationally. That is African international foods, or any kind of labels they have on the product, if the product is pre-packed or open box or which one, and then is like that. It will be 4 cents to 40 cents in Africa. That is the major campaigns that we have, because exposing or introducing this 9 trillions effect, which has been divided for Sudan the 3 trillions, and then for these managements 3 trillions, and then for that is this holding, and then that 3 trillions will be UN NGOs holdings, and then that will make 9 trillions, and then of which 54 millions parliament holds, and then 54 millions also UN holds, okay, 54 millions UN hold and NGOs hold. So that is like if you look there, those areas that we see, because when you look at the rate that we say it must not exceed 40 cents. If you look there, that is everything as a pass. The price is $2, $3 for a fish. You are seeing there for a fish. If you want to feed a family size of 11 family, or you want to feed 13 families, and it goes. Okay, so let's say on occasions of this one, on occasions of soap, that is the soap locally or sold locally in Africa, or sold abroad. Now, when we look, we focus and we reduce African price down, it will be very easy to look at the market, Canadian market rates, and then to look at the US market rates. If you doubt me, and then you leave this act in Africa before you act here in Canada, and then you may not succeed, because Africa is this one. Africa people, their fees, we know, we document it from high schools, and the high school, let's say this is 2,000 years. The price there is 4 cents to 40 cents and cannot exceed 40 cents. The price 40 cents in Africa. If you take Uganda, that is a Mwandan edition, Mwandan edition, 800 Ugandan shillings, 900 Ugandan shillings you are talking about. Okay, so the fixed amount there, which we mean that there, we don't want it to be 1,000 Ugandan shillings for prices. when whatever the product you label, how much you put your words there over the same product, we don't care. Okay, so you should know is the product we made must not exceed 40 cents. That is what has been mentioned here. If you see Sudan has now 7 in over Uganda or Kenya, that is 7 as the logo, and without South Sudan, and then you can only not exceed 40 cent to buy to feed this one 11 family members or 30 family members there. That is overview per days. We know because that is too expensive for someone who live in a city, capital city like Kampala. Nairobi is comparing Nairobi, Kampala. You cannot use $2 there. People normally use using $1. You can broke someone in Canada. You can accelerate their household bills going to $100 per month. Because you depend on foreign currencies, and then you don't depend on yourself. You don't go and you dig there in the farms. Those are villagers digging the farms, works there, and then they brought the food there. They sell it in the capital cities. What is your use there? And then if you say you pre-pack, that's good. You pre-pack it, but how much you put your word there? You invested money, yeah. You invested money. If you invested money, you have to coordinate it. Use the copyright policies. Don't abandon or don't ban off some regions which has already invested money. If so, our terror investigation fund Sudan has like 3 trillion invested, and then again 3 trillion hold, and then again 3 trillion hold, roughly 6 trillion holds. And then of which they try to mention they have 54 million for parliament benefits. For parliament benefits, that is a majorly parliament benefit a day or parliament benefit per minute, writers, okay? And then if that is a treasury holds for UN is this one, 54 millions per minute or per second meeting holds. And then how far can that be affecting these kind of disorganizations? You bring disorganization because they look disorganized, they kill more people for you. And then, yeah, getting them fired means that you have to kill more people and then turn them back to you. And then when they, so that they cannot be able to resist returning back, reforming back those disease or those victims at their concerns. You know, ladies and gentlemen, those are broad ideas that we have. And then when we talk of grocery shopping, the expenditures for a minor grocery in African families, when you are feeding at least 50 family members, you have three wife three wife expenditures must be at least $5 to $10. Must be $5 and cannot exceed at least $10. So capacities, when you exchange that $10 to Uganda is how much dollars there to Uganda? It will be $10 is roughly $30. I mean 30,000. Okay, to Kenya that is roughly 1,000 Kenyan shillings. On overview, so those are the areas that we see, and then people overreact upon. So because it's necessarily shall those be areas that can help or people understand, you know? So because those are concerns and vis-a-vis the areas that we found, of course, yeah, people really have and cannot understand. Because this is the student, the 7th, you are seeing right there. And then we have is, if of course we handled what they call CVAD, and then we also tackled what they call Sudan, which you are seeing here. This is the Sudan which they refused. And then they demolished down here. This is the Sudan here, which they demolished and they abandoned. is Forgotten Sudan here. And then how, if they put it in the garbage, our main purpose is here is to ensure we unite this Sudan, and then we put them back to recycle, and then people recycle them as normal. Okay, that is our major line of copyright policies which we are doing here. Those are copyright based, and then how to ensure we are doing for that purposes and for that reasons. And then if you look on the telecommunication, these are all telecommunication. This is also can act as a telecommunications. And then we have what they call the forces of the SDF, the SDF, hiring of the SDF. And then, of course, if we talk of this one, this is a career base that is implemented within this one, within our organizations here. That is within our organizations. And then we have other retails, such as oils retails. And then we have Iringa as a telecommunication retails. We added to wine warehouse. And then another Krieger, which is right there, added to the same areas that we have. Okay, so and the rest which you are seeing here, this is Chapa, a computerized accountants, and then payroll administrations, and then we talk of the donation amount of money that you are making. Whatever you make, you make $2, and then or you write a check to us, and then or you issue a check which is 5 billion. You issue $5 billion checks. That is fine. You issue, or you issue any kind of amount of money, and then find you do that. That is we can still manage. We are still computerized accountant, and then payroll administration. That is Chapa, and then we can any of those amount you deposit online, or you put on online with your gift card, or with any other alternative to charity organizations, to any banks, or to any retail departments, or you donate to direct to Walmart, you donate to Staple, you donate to wherever, grocery stores, to any stores where you buy things, and you donate there. They put online to charity organizations. They will come to us. We know they will find our names by names and by names. Okay, so we know, as being a computerized accountant, we will get those money in the future, and then we will get them, and then we will assemble them, and then we will we will stand for that price, and then we will ensure we reduce those price to the capacities that will be required. Okay, so this is the Abi Ebene. And then the DAS is normally handling what they call housings. Abi Ebene normally handles housings. And housings means hydros. Okay, they handle hydros. This is hydros. When it comes to hydros, we have no complaint much, because government took over that cases, and then we are covered. But if it comes, because many years ago, our trouble was Abi Ebene, and with the hydros, we collapsed many times, because we went and we invested small on hydros, and then if you look, we can hook the hydros, and then we'll run from 7 p.m. To 7 to 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. and then the line will cut off. Every resident goes in the darknet in this Sudan, which line which we saw you down there. The guy cut away to Uganda one. Okay, so there, if you look early in the morning, they will bring it. It will operate 1 hour in the morning, and then 1 hour in the evening, and then or 4 hours in the evening, and then that's it. You go the rest of the night, you go in the darkness. If you have solar, fine. You don't have battery, you cannot resist. That's why it's hard. So if you look there, that is major areas. We have this one here as a reverse tax for that areas. If it's gonna get worse to us, and then we will back it up right there. That is the overview here. So if we will be so on event, of course, that is the areas that we already categorize, and we mentioned very most to every individuals. So on overview, this line here you see here, this is Juba right there. Juba, which is Sudan, has opened to Sudan. Okay, and the overview, that is the criteria of our major meetings that we have, at least concerns to answer those questions and answers which has been asked by most people and by most of you, because a guy was wondering. A guy was wondering and then doesn't know exactly what to do, and then was bending all to me because my organization is not reasonable. And then I put myself on Google 5% that I want to be known farmers, and then I want to go as a company, and then they have strengths challenging here, and then they can still gain that strength. That's why. And then we went, and then we accumulate at least strength to come with the solutions and then answer those questions here, which has been asked to us, so that we can remove those strengths of those terrorists, and then implement a government strengths here, and then build more government strengths, more defense. Okay, so that we save life here in the workplace, and then so that we are able to make people here, and then hire people here, and then if we can't, we can hire also what they call organizations, because those organizations, they are very expensive. You have to pay for money to get them here, and then that is what we are really working here. And if you look here, dumping off of those areas which it doesn't organize well, and then removing them off, and then replacing the better one which will fit here, and then which will fit our demands, because that is our demand, our needs and our wants here. So that is majorly that we are working upon, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, here that is me, Wine Hassan, as is toned, and that is us there, as a branch management, and then that is our branch management QA. And questions and answers. If you have really dilemmas, because you want to know that what we are really doing, this is what we do here. Because we are also designing the map here, and we show you the Sudan map here. There, we show you 7 Sudan map 7. We are designing that because we have to take over that Sudan, because everybody doesn't want to walk over it, and then they leave all the money there underground. Okay, we have to remove those money and from the underground, and then put it back to the really Sudan money which we were using, or which you were using. And if you look here, a whole turkey in Canada, you are buying $13 whole turkey. That is roughly 15 kilograms of turkey, 24 kilograms of turkey. You are buying $13. And then now you are paying how much dollars? $54, $60 for a whole turkey. What are you doing in Canada? That is a crazy. So you should work for the right people and for the right departments, promote the right departments, and then have yourself no more challenge over challenge and over challenge. So that everything's work for you, because this is a paperwork we are doing here, not of hates. We are not of hates. We are not by thoughts.